Hello folks, this is Aitan Ajha from InspiredRise.com and today we are going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Lite. Let's first start with the unboxing for the same. This is the official box for the Galaxy Note 10 Lite and inside you get the smartphone which is a smaller sibling of the Galaxy Note 10, and inside you also get the SIM tray ejector tool for this one. You get documentation, the warranty card, regional log guide and a lot of other stuff, and the TPU cover is something which will definitely get yellow over time. And if you look at the Note 10 Lite, even the built-in design feels somewhat inferior to the Galaxy Note 10. You also get a super fast charger on the inside which will charge the smartphone really quick. You get in-ear style earphones on the inside along with a USB Type-C cable. If we talk about the built-in design for this smartphone, I found it inferior to the normal Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus. There's the power button and the volume rocker on the right hand side, and you get a lot of antenna bands sprinkled throughout the smartphone. At the bottom there's the 3.5mm jack along with a USB Type-C port and the Galaxy S Pen along with the speaker grill. There's the SIM tray slot on the left hand side which houses a hybrid SIM tray slot, and at the top there's a noise cancellation microphone. The camera bump on the back does not protrude out that much, so that's a saving grace. Now if we talk about the display for this smartphone, it comes with a Super AMOLED display, but it's not a dynamic one as seen on the bigger sibling, and it's an always on display, HDR display, 20:9 aspect ratio. The hole punch notch on this one is really small, minimal bezels. I particularly like the color reproduction and everything else, but still it's a slightly inferior display compared to the Note 10 Plus. And now let's talk about what's on the inside. It comes with the Exynos 9810 chipset, which was a flagship chipset once upon a time. It does have support for NFC, it does have support for USB OTG, has almost all of the sensors which you require, 128GB of internal storage, 6GB of RAM. The storage on this one is UFS 2.1 compared to UFS 3.0 which was present on the flagship models. And if I talk about the gaming performance, you can play almost every game on this one without any hiccup, with ease. And something like Call of Duty also runs on high frame rate and high settings with ease. No lags, no hiccups whatsoever. But there was one issue which was visible to me after long periods of gameplay, which was that this smartphone was heating up to a certain degree. If you want to play PUBG, you would be able to play PUBG also on HDR and Ultra, and smooth and extreme frame rate was also available on something like PUBG, and the gameplay was flawless, no issues whatsoever. I was able to play for an extended period of time without any lag whatsoever, and the overall gameplay was good enough for anybody who wants this smartphone purely for gaming. But there is a caveat here. The caveat here is that this smartphone would heat up to around 40 degrees or so if you're somebody who's going to play for really long duration. At the back it was reaching up to 40 degrees, on the front as well it was reaching up to 39 degrees, which is not really that comfortable temperature. Right now summers are just approaching, and once summers settle in properly, maybe the smartphone would heat up even more. If we talk about the benchmarks, the internal read-write speed was pretty good, and the Antutu benchmark score was also good enough because the Exynos 9810 chipset is a fast one. Now if we talk about the other important stuff, it does support Widevine L1 and it also supports Cam2 API to full level. So that's good, but you have to find some variant of Gcam which would support Exynos chipset in order to run on this one. And if I talk about the in-display fingerprint scanner on this one, it was pretty mediocre compared to the original Galaxy Note 10 or Note 10 Plus, and the experience was not really that fast. The audio on this one was pretty loud, so that was good. If we talk about the camera on this smartphone, it comes with a 12MP f1.7 primary sensor with dual pixel autofocus, a 12MP f2.4 telephoto sensor and a 12MP f2.2 ultra wide sensor. Overall, I felt that the triple camera setup is okay at best. Considering the price that you pay for the smartphone, it's not really top of the class, and I found that the 32MP selfie camera on this one with the f2.2 aperture was good, but not really best in class. The only issues I found with this smartphone in terms of the camera experience was the fact that it does not have really great image processing, and just a similar smartphone from Samsung, which is the Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite, it had better image processing than this one. I don't know what they are doing with the software, what's going wrong with the software, but overall I found that the images were okay. What I took from the primary camera sensor, all of those images were punchy, had good colors, had good dynamic range, etc. The images taken from the ultra wide sensor was suffering a little bit in low light conditions, but overall the images were all good enough, but not really flagship level considering the price that you are paying almost 40k for this smartphone. The videos from the back as well as the front camera can be shot in 4K resolutions, so that's pretty great. But what I found bad was the fact that the footage from the front camera was shaking a lot. Now if I talk about the user experience on this one, it comes with One UI 2.0 which has been refined to a huge degree and it has become a great skin by now. It does not have that much bloat as it had before. The S Pen experience is also something which makes this smartphone really unique from a lot of other smartphones in the similar price range. The S Pen allows you to do a lot of different stuff, and it also comes with its own sensors, like it has its own Bluetooth, has its own accelerometer, etc. There are a lot of shortcuts which you can access via the S Pen. You can also take images via the S Pen and do a lot of other different stuff. At a price of almost around 38 to 40,000 rupees, I find that this smartphone does pack in a lot, has a 4500 mAh battery, fast battery charging of 25 watt, has a good enough experience. The camera is also good, not really best in class but good. And if you're somebody who wants this Samsung experience, who wants the S Pen, you will find that this is a good smartphone. But then if you really think about all of the other things, but if you think about the fact that you can get something with much better performance like the Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite or any other smartphone with a Snapdragon 855 chipset, then that would be a better option for you. Otherwise, what you get in this smartphone is a great display and a great experience. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and do subscribe to Inspire to Rise for more awesome and detailed tech videos like this one. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.